UNDP do quite a lot to support the startup community in Vietnam. We have several programs which are adapted to the different stages of development of startups. So for example, when it comes to the ideation phase, we have a program called Youth Collab. This is a regional program which is being implemented in more than 20 countries in the whole Asia-Pacific region. So in Vietnam, we have been implementing this program since 2018, together with the City Foundation and the Ministry of Science and Technology. And this program is really targeted at young social entrepreneurs who are coming up with new ideas to implement the Sustainable Development Goals and have some social impact. So we've been having great fun with this program and have been working with the new generation of young entrepreneurs in Vietnam. We've had great ideas coming out of that program. And for example, we had this startup called Vulcan Augmentics, which won the competition a few years ago. And they do 3D printing and producing robotic arms for persons with disabilities. So that's the early stages startups. Then for more advanced startups, we've had a program called the SDG Challenge, which we've implemented since 2017. And that's really targeted at startups that have been in existence for maybe 1 to 3 years and need some support in order to grow and attract, more investment. And then for the more mature startups, we are also now designing a new program called Impact Aim, which would really help those startups to scale up. And the focus for this year will be on startups working on plastic pollution. So we decided to focus on one specific issues and mobilize startups to come up with new ideas. So we have this project called the Ending Plastic Pollution Innovation Challenge, or EPIC, which we will implement both in Vietnam and in Thailand. And the best ideas will win and get some equity-free seed funding. So we're really excited about this new program. I also want to say that we're also trying to support startups in different ways as well. So trying to help them grow their capacity to combat corruption and improve business integrity. So we are also working with the Vietnam Business Forum magazine at the Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry, VCCI, and we have a specific program for new businesses on business integrity. So as you can see, we really have a whole range of activities to support the startup community in Vietnam. So we've had a whole range of startups that we have worked with, and it's really hard to pick some examples because there have been such great ideas and such great people to work with. I think 2 examples that spring to my mind that have really impressed me in the last few years that I've been working here is one startup that took part in the SDG Challenge in 2017, and that was 1516, which produces wind turbines to bring electricity to the poorest community in Vietnam. And so they are really doing a tremendous job for the very small minority of the poorest people in Vietnam who don't have access to electricity. Then another one that I also want to mention is Vulcan Augmentics. They are a really great startup, and they use 3D printing to produce robotic arms for persons with disabilities. They're really a group of motivated young people who really want to help communities of persons with disabilities. So they've partnered with a coffee cafe company, and they are going to they're giving 20 robotic arms to persons with disabilities to help them find employment. So that's a really great initiative. And we've also been working with them through our Korea-Vietnam Mine Action Project. So they are piloting with 2 UXO survivors in Quang Binh. I've met them. So they both men in Quang Binh now have the robotic arms from Vulcan Augmentics, and I can really say that has changed their lives. I met the men before and after they got their robotic arms, and I can see the changes in them, which has been really impressive to see.